Yes. So anyone who would like a body scan can put your comments in the comment section. Okay, so we have a comment from Sunimuriya who has asked for a healing, a scan and a healing for your eyes. Pengukula, yellow, and your what? Yes. Yes, Aya. Now I will be doing a scan and healing for you. And thank you, Aya, for your contribution to Kailasa. And yes, now I will be doing a body scan and also heal. Yes. So Sumimuriya, what I was able to see for you was that the main problem in your eyes is being created due to lots of heat in the eyes, and your eyes are not being hydrated properly. So I was able to see the solution for this is to drink lots of water throughout the day. But another thing that I was able to see was that your eyes are also getting damaged, and it is getting like it is not getting healed because the medicine that you are using is actually quite strong. Of course, you can use the medicine prescribed by the doctor, but specifically this medicine which you are using right now is too strong for your eyes, like for your eyes specifically. And due to that, it is not getting healed in the way it should. And it is actually being creating adverse effects on your eyes. So I was able to see if you can ask the doctor for a for a little less or milder um, medicine that will not be too strong on your eyes, and also uh, drink lots of water, keep your body itself more hydrated, and in the night before you go to sleep and in the morning, like uh, one of the first things that you should do, you should keep a wet cloth with cold water. Just wet the cloth and keep that on your eyes for about 10 minutes in the morning and the evening. Just lie down and keep that cloth on your eyes for 10 minutes, and that will help in also that will also help in keeping your eyes hydrated. So if you can ask the doctor for different medicine that will be more softer on your eyes. But as much as possible, the medicine that you are using now, Parmeshwar showed to um, not use it much because it is actually too strong on your eyes specifically. So it is having uh, many side effects. So just drink lots of water, keep your entire body hydrated, and keep a wet cloth on your eyes in the morning and the night for about 10 to 15 minutes, and that will help in healing your eyes. And for your ears, I was able to see to just listen to the Mahavakya continuously. And uh, actually, as the eyes, the problem with the ears is also connected to the eyes. So as eyes get healed, even your ears will get healed. And actually, one more thing that I was able to see for your eyes is for to make sure that it doesn't get dehydrated and dry. Don't sit in front of a device for long hours in the day. Even if you are doing some work or something with your device, every at least half an hour, take a break for at least 10 minutes and then continue the work. Because that is also creating the dryness and heat in your eyes. So this is what I was able to see for you, Sumi India. You can get back in the comment section if you were able to read it. And yes, now Aina's Avotan Zaya has asked Nityanandan, I want to ask, is nicely steamed boiled potato good for my health? If not, what should be recommended for me? Yes, Aya. Now I will be scanning it for you. Yes, so Aina's Avotan Zaya. What I was able to see for was that nicely steamed and boiled potatoes will not have any bad effects on your body. As much as possible, don't fry the potatoes. Don't eat fried items. Not only potatoes, but even other things. As much as possible, don't eat the fried food. Once in a while, you can, but as much as possible, don't have lots of oil like the fried items. You can boil the potatoes or any other thing and have it'll not have any bad effect on your health. And one thing that Paramashiva showed for a better health and a good health was to have all the herbs that Swamiji has recommended every day. The Bringraj, the Karaslangani, and then the Haitaki, the castor oil. Have all those herbs. And also have more green vegetables, lesser starch-based food, but and more like green vegetables, more fresh and organic fruits, vegetables, and that will help in healing. And specifically, I was able to see carrots. So have more carrots and green vegetables, and that will help in having a more better, healthy body. So this is what I was able to see for you. And if you were able to relate, you can get back in the comment section. And Sumi Muliaya also, you can get back in the comment section if you were able to relate. And anyone else also who would like a body scan, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section. And actually, every day at 2 a.m. IST and 4 p.m. IST, we will be having the body scanning and the not only bodies can emit various other powers as well. So every day at 2 a.m. IST and 4 p.m. IST, you can all can join us again every day for the power manifestation and for various other segments where we will be learning much more about the Parashakti, about Bhagwan Venkateshwara, about Bhagwan Kalabhairava, about Bhagwan Sundareshwara, and much more, and many more deities and divine beings that the Supreme Consciousness is manifesting in the body. And with that, I thank all of you who have joined us today for the power manifestation session, the power manifestation segment. Aina Zabotin Zaya, Sumimudi Aya, Sean Goodrich Aya, and everyone else. And now, with that, we will be moving to the next segment of this program, where all of us will be learning first about how the world is today versus Kailasa today. And then who we will be learning more about who exactly MAHAKALABHAIRAVA, Bhagwan Kalabhairava is. We will be learning more about Bhagwan Kalabhairava. So please stay tuned for the next segments where we will be learning much more about Bhagwan Kalabhairava. As all of us know, the world today, due to the pandemic, especially for the past 1.5 years, almost 2 years now, the world is going through a lot of suffering, natural calamities, and of course, lots of deaths due to the COVID pandemic, due to natural and unnatural disasters, and um, much more. And we all know the status of the world today, or at least a little bit of the status of the world today. But the world is much more than is going through more than all of us think. It is going through a lot. The world, humanity is going through a lot suffering, especially due to the pandemic. So now let us learn about the world today versus Kailasa today, how the status of the world is today, and how Kailasa as a nation is protecting each and every one of us. So, as all of us know, the world today is booming with psychological issues. Here you can see statistics where it shows that more teenagers are experiencing depression. So the youth of today and the hope of tomorrow are facing episodes of depression, and that is at an all-time high. And the solution of Hinduism that Kailasa is giving the world is through the Nityananda Hindu University. So the Nityananda Hindu University is the world's largest Hindu university as per the number of faculties, numbers of students, number of courses, and the number of inspired people by the springboard of Hinduism. With over 20 million plus enrollments, 7,000 plus courses, and extended campuses in 150 countries. And the Nityananda Hindu Library is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism. And the world today is also having many troubled adults. So, so the whole world is going through a phase of extreme suffering from rich to poor and young to old. And Sri Kailasa United Nations for Consciousness Studies and Practices for over the past 27 years have been working towards empowering and enlightening adults with greater sciences of Hinduism. And today, with the blessings and grace of Supreme Court of Hinduism, Kailasa has over 10,000 de facto spiritual embassies, aimed at bringing spiritual healing, empowerment, and enlightenment for the benefit of man. And all of us know, especially in the year of 2020, there were a number of the death rates were extremely high. So 2020 was especially very deadly, but COVID-19 pandemic was not the only culprit. So at least 356,000 in the US alone died, and more than usual since the advent of COVID-19. But not all these deaths are linked to COVID-19. And Kailasa, having taken the responsibility to spiritually heal the world during the pandemic, Kailasa's Department of Religion and Worship, in collaboration with the Department of Human Services, have been offering the Maheshwara Puja twice a month for the departed souls who passed due to COVID, their natural calamities, unnatural calamities, devastations, and much more for the year 2020 till date. And through the Maheshwara Puja, the departed souls are offered completion and liberation through sacred rituals offered at the feet of the 1008 living incarnation of Paramashiva, Supreme Lord of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Paramashiva. So now let us understand more about who is Mahakalabhairava. So all of us know how the world is today. So let us understand how Mahakalabhairava, embodied as the Supreme Lord of Hinduism, has come down to guide all of us. We can go to the next slide. So Kalabhairava is the Lord of Yama as described in the Kathopanishad. And Kalabhairava is the Lord of integrity. And Kalabhairava is also the Lord of justice. Kalabhairava is one of the most powerful expressions of Paramashiva and is easily accessible. And the moment you call, he will be there. And that is the beauty of Kalabhairava. And Mahakalabhairava gives you eternal life when you decide to be life positive. He, as time is the energy on which all the memories are stored. And Kalabhairava is the cosmic reward keeper of anything happening, and yet to happen. So if you just ask Kalabhairava, he will pull it out and give the whole reward. Constantly contributing, sharing yourself, and extremely loving is the smell of life positivity. And that is the source of Kalabhairava. And the mood of your body, your mind, your psychology, and your physiology, which you keep now, plays a very important role in your whole life. If you keep the now in completions, that will continue forever. And if you keep the now in completion and clarity, that will manifest further. So Kala does not meet your consciousness in the past or in the future. He meets your consciousness now in the present. And any simple act that you do without calculation, that strength that you feel is Kalabhairava's strength. So use love as the strategy for your existence. And the joy that oozes out of your being is the strength of Kalabhairava. The simple act of giving love strengthens your Kala dimension. And that is Kalabhairava's strength. And all justice is delivered cosmically and only from the pure space of love. So maintain the intense space of love, and Paramashiva will raise you to the space of being just and deliver justice to the world. And extreme authenticity makes you manifest Kalabhairava. Just do intense authentic yoga every day. You can choose any time that you want. Just one Pratham Vinyasa Krama, the sequence of all the 108 asanas with the 12 components. You can just do that every day. The first few days it may take 1 hour or 1.5 hours, but later you can do it and it can be done in less than 42 minutes. So at least do the Pratama Vinyasa Krama intensely every day and Kalabhairava will manifest in you. Kalabhairava breaks, destroys and burns all self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial. And even if you have not realized, Kalabhairava can manifest in you and make realizations happen. And that is the power of Kalabhairava. And Kalabhairava is the dimension of the universe where universes, multiverses, and much more happen and exist for zillions of years and dissolve spontaneously and simultaneously. He destroys negativity because of his love for life. And anyone radiates love for life becomes a part of Kalabhairava and you achieve eternity. In every action, just bring intense love, bring intense completion with yourself and with others, with every animal, tree, and everything. Whether it's your home, your team, with your family, and with your friends, with everyone, just bring complete completion. And beautifully, there's a Shastra Pramana which says how Kalbhairava blesses you with victory in all endeavors. And it comes from the Kamikagama Purvapada Mantrodhara Patalam, verse 24. And it says, Gakaro Bhairavam Yeyam Muktavam Shatrunashanam Nakara Kala Bijam Cha Kalam Sarvajayam Bhave. And the translation for this is the letter Ga is related to Bhairava. It is the color of pearl. It has the power of destroying the enemy. The letter Na is related to Kala Deva. It is the color of black. It has the power of bestowing victory in all endeavors. And as per Hindu history, in the Shiva Purana, Paramashiva took the form of Kalabhairava to decapitate the delusion of Brahma. And when Brahma created this world, it was a fun. For a moment, he made it as a game, and that moment is the fifth of Brahma. So Kalbhairava cut that and said that play should be play. Why are you making it as a game? The play has become a game. So Kalbhairava's form invokes terror in authentic souls, in authentic souls, and yet he is glorious to those who are willing to drop their hypocrisies at his ways. And the Samskara Dahana Kriya is the Brahma Kapala which swallows all your pain patterns and stops the multiplying of your pain patterns. So the Samskara Dahana Kriya means burning of all your pain patterns, which is the root of suffering in your life. And the time shaft means the time, the Kala Chakra, that is continuously moving. The future is continuously entering into the past, this moment. So that is the Kala Chakra, which is continuously moving. So the next moment is future. By now, it has already become the past. And the future that now I am here has already become the past. The past is continuous, and the future is continuously becoming the past. The time and the future time is continuously becoming past. The time is moving, and the time shaft is continuously rolling and moving. Your future is also nothing but the past, but you are seeing only one portion of the time. And when the cosmic laws penetrate you, you visualize the time as the Kala Chakra. The Kala Chakra is penetrating in all of us right now. You are touching the Kala Chakra now, and love is the lubricant. If you carry the lubricant in your heart, it will be smooth and a very happy moment. But if you're carrying violence and powerless cognitions, every time the Kala Chakra touches you, you will be angry, boiling, and powerless. And beautifully in the Kalabhairava Ashtakam, it says how Bhagavan Kalbhairava bestows abundance and wealth. Says in the fourth verse, the line from the fourth verse says, Bhukti Mukti Dayakam Prasasta Charu Vigraham Bhakta Vatsalam Sitam Samasta Loka Vigraham, which means salutations to Sri Kalabhairava, who is the giver of worldly prosperity and liberation, and who has an auspicious, pleasing form, who is kind and loving to his devotees, and who stands firm as the deity of all the lokas. So Bhagavan Kalbhairava bestows abundance in wealth and prosperity in our lives and also bestows liberation upon us. Worshipping Kalabhairava awakens the feeling connection that we have and helps us see the deep compassion and lovingness in Kalabhairava. And in the sixth verse of Bhagavan of the Kalbhairava Ashtakam, it also describes the dimensions of Bhagavan Kalbhairava. So it says Mrityu Darpanashanam Karaladam Sramokshanam, which means destroys the pride of death that manifests as fear within us, and whose large terrible fangs liberate us from fear of death. So Bhagavan Kalabhairava liberates us from the fear of death, which is the root of all our fears that we experience in our lives. And in the seventh verse, also, there's a line that speaks about the dimensions of Kalabhairava. And it says, Drishtipata Nashtapaka Jala Mugda Shashanam Ashtasiddhidayakam Kapalamali Pandara, which means whose cerebral glance destroys the net of the powerful, mighty rule of sins in our mind, who bestows the eight siddhis, and who wears a garland of skulls. So just in one glance of Bhagwan Kalbhairava, the various sins gets destroyed, and various sins that are committed by us in throughout our lifetimes get destroyed. And just by worshipping Bhagwan Kalbhairava, he removes all the SGHT, and other patterns which does not allow us to manifest powers and showers us with the various powers given by Paramashiva. And in the ninth verse, also beautiful, it says, Shoka Moha Dainya Loba Kopatapanashanam Te Prayanti Kalabhairavangri Samidam, which means, and which destroys mental sorrows and afflictions, delusions and infatuations, wretchedness and depressions, passions and anger, and mental heat and burns. And after death, the devotee will surely attain the feet of Sri Kalabhairava. So Bhagavan Kalabhairava destroys and burns the patterns of sorrow, delusion, and depression and anger inside us. And when we come to the end of this lifetime, it is a rest assured that we will merge in oneness with Bhagavan Kalabhairava himself. So now let us see the five sutras with which you can manifest Kalabhairavoham. So let us learn the science of Kalabhairavoham. So there are actually five truths, the sutras, revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the 17th of January 2021. And these five sutras are techniques to experience Kalabhairavoham and live as Kalabhairava. So listen to these five statements intensely as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reveals. And you will become enlightened and start manifesting powers immediately. Now, so let us now listen to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as he revealed about the five sutras to manifest Kalabhairava.
नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respect and blessings. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Kartas, Kotari, Tanedar, visitors, viewers, ministers, ambassadors, diplomats, everyone sitting with us with my love and blessings. My blessings to New Zealand and Fiji Sangha, Kailasa in New Zealand and Kailasa in Fiji. I enjoyed your sincerity and integrity. Thank you. So beautiful. Practically, I know everyone. Gautamananda and Kavita, Murali, Kaladevi, Neha. I know every one of you. Love you guys. Only I'm not seeing Ma Deva Vedanta. I don't know where my Ma Deva Vedanta is, but love and blessings to all of you. I know every one of you, Ma Barbara. I know literally all of you by name, and blessings to the whole New Zealand Sangha. So beautiful. And blessings to all of you. Ma Deepika, Ma Neha, Ma Kavita, and Kaladevi. Blessings. Murali, every one of you, my blessings. Let's enter into today's satsang. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Listen. Listen to these 5 statements intensely. You will become enlightened and start manifesting powers now, immediately. I am not playing with your greed. I am playing with your consciousness. Listen carefully. I am not playing with your greed. I am playing with your consciousness. Listen to the 5 statements I am going to make now. These are the 5 sutras. I am going to reveal the sutras only now, doing Kandana Mandana and establishing the powerfulness of the sutra is the job of the Bhashyakaras, my Sampradaya, my disciples. Now, I am only going to reveal these 5 sutras. Listen. Listen to these 5 sutras. Sutra 1. The person, being, who is bold enough to deny existence of suffering and pain in your life, even if your mind brainwashes you and forces you to believe that suffering exists, in front of that mind, if you boldly stand and terrorize that mind by your powerful way of denying the existence of suffering, you become the space for MAHAKALABHAIRAVA, and no karma touches you. You establish yourself in the neutral zone called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. I'll repeat. Powerfully, if needed, arrogantly, with the tremendous pride, declare your Paramashivatva by arrogantly, if needed illogically, even if it feels like stupid, terrorize your mind by denying the suffering and pain. Just deny to accept the existence of pain and suffering. Do not look for solution. Do not look for compromised understanding. Do not look for quick relief. Do not look for alternative methods. Do not look for solution. Be powerful. Needed, even be arrogant or irrational, illogical, stupid. Anything is okay. Just deny the existence of suffering and pain. For all my disciples who knows I am truth, nothing but truth, Satya, I am giving this as initiation. You will all be successful in this initiation truth. Decide to treat your mind or anyone externally or internally trying to convince you that you have suffering, you have pain, treat them very cheaply, like a shit. Whether somebody outside or somebody inside, trying to convince you, brainwash you, that the suffering and pain exists, treat them like a shit, cheap. Listen carefully. Your conscious decision, suffering doesn't exist, pain doesn't exist. Even if I am terrorized by the pain and suffering, I will stand by my Guru Vak. Pain and suffering does not exist. Even if you are surrounded by the lava, molten, the melted stone, lava, declare, my Guru has told there is no pain, there is no suffering. I will throw my jata for you to hold and lift you to Kailasa. Listen. Demonstrate your powerfulness, even if it looks like arrogance, in front of delusion which is trying to brainwash you. You have suffering, you have pain. Listen carefully. When you deny outright the existence of pain and suffering, the whole change goes on, the whole change happens in your system, creates space for Paramashiva. Suddenly you will see the universe is moving around you. You are the center. Listen. Look for peace, you will enjoy bliss. Don't look for bliss, you will always land in hopelessness. Understand this first sutra. When I say deny pain and suffering, I am not saying look for bliss and joy. No, look for peace. Deny pain, deny suffering, deny their very existence, not their reasons, cause. No. Shit is a shit is a shit. And the beauty is, the good news is that shit doesn't exist. That's the good news I have for you. Pain is a shit may not be a good news. But the shit called pain does not exist is a good news. Listen intensely. This one sutra can give enlightenment to all my disciples now. This moment. You can start manifesting powers, just decide. I deny the existence of any form of pain and suffering inside and outside me. I am not interested in even recognizing the existence of pain and suffering. Forget about the causes. If you don't even accept the existence of that shit, why will you try to find the cause of that shit? Denial of pain and suffering gives you one of the greatest opening to look into the reality. Denial of pain and suffering, I am not teaching as a technique for you to practice. I am revealing this as a truth for you to wake up. Being my disciple, you don't have a right to suffer or have pain. Either be my disciple and renounce the right to have suffering and pain, or marry the pain and suffering and drop me. Decision to deny the pain and suffering and its very existence in any form is the pure neutral space, Nirvikalpa Samadhi in you. It does not come by practice, it comes by decision. It comes by decision, not by any practice. Decide. Enough. I went through this rut of pain, believing that pain and suffering exists, and then trying to find the cause, and then trying to find the solution. By the time I find the solution, I realize the solution is not working, and by the time I find that solution is not working, I am more frustrated, and with the more frustration, I find more pain and suffering. The moment you accept the existence of pain and suffering, you put your leg on the sarukupparai, slippery rock of delusion. After that, nobody can save you. So deny the very existence. Don't try to make a technique out of what I am saying. To all my disciples, I am giving a command, not technique, order. You don't have a right to have suffering or pain. By becoming my disciple, you have committed your life, your inner space to me, and you don't have a right to have pain or suffering. Listen carefully. When you decide the pain and suffering has no existence, this is the truth. Even till I realize, because Swamiji has realized he loves me, he will tell only good to me, and he will reveal only the truth to me. Because he has revealed, I know for sure there is no suffering, there is no pain, and I won't get brainwashed by any fellow who is trying to tell me that suffering and pain exists. Anyone who is trying to brainwash me is lower than my guru who is trying to wash my brain. My guru who is trying to wash my brain is far superior for me than anyone who is trying to brainwash me with the existence of pain and suffering ideas. The first sutra. The second sutra, listen. Second sutra, your mind reflects on your brain, and your brain is given a special power to rejuvenate itself in 1 year. In 1 year, the brain completely releases all the old dead cells and recreates itself. It's a even modern day science agrees. It is not only that Ayurveda, the Vedic biology, Hindu biology reveals this truth. Even the modern day science agrees with what I am revealing. Your brain completely replaces itself every 1 year. Listen. When your brain replaces itself, replenishes itself, recreates itself, it can either expand its possibility to radiate Paramashiva, or it can shrink its ability to radiate Paramashiva. Both possibilities exist, but there is no neutral. There is no neutral gear. There is no such thing as just, I am just stable. I am neither going down nor going up. No, that doesn't exist. Either you go up or you go down. That's it. So now be very clear. If you decide the truth today, I am declaring this first sutra very arrogantly. Have pride. You have Paramashiva as Guru. You have Paramashiva directly teaching you and initiating you. And you don't even need to practice what I am teaching. If you have the arrogance, Paramashiva is your guru, you simply know what I am revealing is the truth and you just start living.